30 laps in our Daytona Mini-Stock Mid-Season Championship feature. And of course, let's set the field for you on the pole. Number 5 from Goshen, Indiana. That is the Lucky Sports Bar and Grill sponsor, number 5 of Lenny Davis. On the outside of the front row, in the Masterscape Landscape and Design sponsored number 24 from Goshen is Bumpin' Bob Huffman. Second row on the inside, out of Mishawaka, in the American Pancake House, sponsored 05, that's Jerry West. On the outside of the second row, from South Bend, Indiana, the number 88 of Jim Newman. Third row inside, car number 27 from Goshen, Michael Mass. To his right in row 3, from White Pigeon, Michigan, the Indiana Electronics and Communications, sponsored number 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. Fourth row inside, from Elkhart, driving car number 96, the Industrial Installations, sponsored 96 of Andy Kindig. On the outside of the fourth row, in the number 26 machine from Wakarusa, Dave Engelmeyer. Fifth row inside, in the Monhoot Farm, sponsored number 05 from North Liberty, is Ben McCullum. On the outside of row 5, in the Tim and Wendy Barrett Creation Graphics, sponsored number 25 out of Elkhart, Tim Kidder. Sixth row on the inside, in the Wildlife Wonders Taxidermy, sponsored number 5 from Middlebury, is Merle Yoder. On the outside of row 6, from Cromwell, in the Protect Marine number 12, that's Brian Allen. In row 7, starting on the inside, in that Lake Loop, sponsored number 1 from Syracuse, Keith Gunkel. On the outside of row 7, in the Shipshawana, in the Industrial Installation, sponsored number 64, that's Don the Dragon Vitale. In row 8, in the New Paris Auto Service, sponsored number 13 from Goshen, that's Squidward Michael Landry. On the outside of row number 8, in the Monteith Tires, sponsored number 6 out of Middlebury, Dave Coleman. Row 9, on the inside, our points leader in the Daytona Mini-Stocks, that's the Stickman driving the Victory by Design chassis, sponsored number 83, Tim Barrick. On the outside of row 8. Picked up last week's Mini-Stock feature, the number 9 of Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. And in row 10, on the inside, in the Brimtown Kitchen, sponsored number 1 from Bremen, that's Craig Castle. To his right, in the Sweet Corn Express, the Landmark Bar and Grill, sponsored number 8 of Jameson Corn from Leesburg. 20 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Daytona Mini-Stock feature. And as they come out of turn 4, everybody give our Mini-Stock drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 20 cars going 30 laps in tonight's Daytona Mini-Stock feature. 20 cars in tonight's Daytona Mini-Stock 30-lap mid-season championship feature. As Mighty Mike Powers on the flag stand will put them on their final pace lap this time by.
I hate you, little car.
Our 4-cylinder class, the Daytona Mini-Stock's about ready to rock and roll. 10 rows side by side, 20 cars deep. Number 5, that's Lenny Davis, our pole setter, with Bumpin' Bob Huffman in car number 24, the front row. They'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing for 30 laps. Oh, and there they go. Number 64, Don Vitale, around down in turn 1. And that'll immediately bring out a caution flag as we've got one round in turn 1 in tonight's Mini-Stock feature. Right now, a yellow flag comes out. And 64, Don the Dragon Vitale. Tough break for him, as we'll have a complete restart coming up as soon as we can get them lined up in the right positions. So far this season, we're going to give it another shot here. We've got one caution flag in so far tonight, as we have a complete restart coming up in our Daytona Mini-Stock 30-lap feature. One yellow flag out so far, that time for the 64 of Donnie the Dragon Vitale. As we get set to go back to racing, Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap next time by. Our pole setter again, the number 5 of Lenny Davis. He's out in front of this one with the 24 bumping Bob Huffman right there to his right. Mighty Mike Powers gives them a 1-lap indicator. Next time by, we'll go green flag racing, 10 rows side by side, all 20 cars still out there in this 30-lap Daytona Mini-Stock feature. Oh, 05 Jerry West has decided to go to the tail end of the pack. And we do have all 20 cars, though. Jerry West decided to start at the tail instead of on the inside of the second row, and it moves everybody up on the inside line as they go to green flag racing. 30 laps in tonight's mid-season championship spring blowout Daytona Mini-Stock feature, and bumping Bob Huffman, number 24, has bumped his way to the front as the 5 of Lenny Davis has slipped back to third already on lap number 1. 88 Jim Newman works the outside groove, and the 27 of Michael Mass now up to third. Working on the outside, here comes the 96 of Andy Kindig. He's up to fourth in turns 3 and 4, with the 05 of Ben McCullum moving to fifth as we complete lap number 2. 26, Dave Engelmeyer now moves his way to sixth, as we've got 12, Brian Allen sideways in turn 1. And some of the faster traffic back there, number 12, Brian Allen, getting it going again as we complete lap 3, this time by. Still under green flag racing. Up front is 24, bumping Bob Huffman with the 88 of Jim Newman on the outside group. Jim Newman in the yellow 88 out of South Bend, looking for that lead as they come out of turn 4. Your leader will be the 88 of Jim Newman. Four cylinders here at the new Paris Speedway, the Daytona Mini-Stock. Everybody racing clean so far. Number 5, Lenny Davis now into the infield on lap number 5. As they've got 5 down and 25 to go. Jim Newman in the yellow, 88 out in front. 24 bumping Bob Huffman, bumps his way to second. But moving up on the outside is that 27 of Michael Mast. He's trying to get around the 96 of Andy Kindig. Kindig staying on the inside, running in fourth. As they complete lap 6, 05 Ben McCullum there in fifth. And moving up on the outside to 25 of Tim Kidder in that orange number 25 machine. He's up to the 5th place spot now as he works the outside groove to his advantage. 7 down, 23 to go in this our 30-lap Daytona Mini-Stock mid-season championship feature. 3 wide racing back there for 4th. 05 Ben McCullum, 25 Tim Kidder splitting the difference. 96 Andy Kindig falling back as Tim Kidder and Ben McCullum make their way toward the front. Ben McCullum in the 05 doing a great job out there. He's falling back, though. He falls back to 6th as 25 Tim Kidder works the outside of 27 Michael Mass for 3rd as they complete lap 9. Right behind him, the number 1 of Craig Castle. Craig Castle in that 1 machine, now working his way to the front. He started in the 19th position, and he's already worked his way up to 4th on the outside groove. Here comes Jameson Corner, fast qualifier. He's out there going to follow Craig Castle around. So the faster cars have already caught the front of the pack as we've got 10 down and 20 to go. Your new leader is the 25 of Tim Kidder as he makes his pass on the outside of the 88 of Jim Newman on lap 11. And Craig Castle on the number 1 right behind him. Oh, no, 2 cars are together. 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder get together on lap 11. And it looks like 25 Tim Kidder's not going to be able to continue. Caution flag will come out for 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder as they were battling back there for the lead. And they got together. And 25 Tim Kidder unable to go any further. 88 Jim Newman with a flat tire into the infield. So the second caution coming out in tonight's Daytona Mini-Stock feature. This time for 88 Jim Newman and 25 Tim Kidder. Boy, 11 down, 14 to go Earlier today, we had an opportunity to talk to a couple of the mini-stock drivers about racing here to do Paris Speedway. To thank another important person in your family on this number 41 mini-stock.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my dad who's, helped me out with all, getting the car up and running, doing my motor for me, and I owe it all to him.
And I understand he hasn't been able yet to come out and see you race on a Saturday night, but hopefully he'll be listening one of these nights when you do make it into the A feature.
Yeah, I hope, he'll be able to hear it, because, he can't hear very good.
Well, we wish him the best of luck. Hopefully his health will change, and maybe someday he will be able to come out here and watch you compete in our Daytona Mini-Stock.
Yep, I hope so too.
All right, good luck, Josh.
Thanks, Jerry.
Comments earlier today from the Fireball, Josh Dunn, and car number 41. We were able to go back to green flag racing, and we got one lap in before the caution came out. While we were talking to Josh Dunn, Fireball number 41, Josh Dunn, he'll be out here in a little bit in the mini-stock B feature here at the New Paris Speedway. Number 1 of Craig Castle in his rookie season in the Daytona Mini-Stocks. He's been doing a great job. Number 8, Jamison Korn, restarts there in second. In front of the 05 of Ben McCullum. He restarts there in third in front of the 24 of Bumpin' Bob Huffman. In fifth on the restart is the 27 of Michael Mast. And then 83, Tim Barrick has worked his way from the tail end of the pack. He's going to restart sixth with 18 laps to go. He's our points leader. And then behind him, the number 5 of Merle Yoder in seventh. And then 26, Dave Engelmeyer in eighth. The 88 of Dave Eckert restarts in ninth in front of the 96 of Andy Kindig. That's your front 10. Then we got Keith Kunkel in the 1, 64 Don Vitale, the 12 of Brian Allen, the 05 of Jerry West, 25 Tim Kidder back there in 15th, 6 Dave Coleman restarts back in 16th in front of Michael Landry in the 13, and 88 Jim Newman, 18 cars out of the starting 20, still on the racing surface as we lost, we did lose the 9 of Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, and as we get set to go back to racing.
Go to the back. I'm not playing that game.
We've got another one now rejoining the field as we're about ready to go back to green flag racing. 27, Michael Mast comes out of the pits in front of everybody. Michael Mast just come out of the pits in front of everybody as we were about ready to go green flag racing with 12 down and 18 to go. And I think they're going to put 27, Michael Mast, probably to the pits for disobeying one of our flagmen down in turn 4.
Okay, well, good, because I was listening to that anyway for that.
So now, okay, they're going to let him go ahead and rejoin at the tail. They almost told him to go to the pit area, but we got 12 down and 18 to go. As Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap this time in our 30-lap mid-season championship. Daytona Mini-Stock feature. Number 1, Craig Castle and Jamison Korn up front, running 1 and 2. This ought to be a good one. 12 down, 18 to go as Mighty Mike Powers gets ready to look him over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 18 more laps in our 30-lap Daytona Mini-Stock feature. 83, Tim Barrick. The stick man moved right up there on the restart. He went from 6th to 4th before they even got into turns 1 and 2. 13 down that time around. We've got number 6, Dave Coleman in the wall in turn 4. 6, Dave Coleman having some problems, handling problems. Around he goes. That brings out a 4th caution. This time, once again, for the number 6 of Dave Coleman. He's had some problems in the mini-stocks in the last couple of weeks. Tough break for Dave Coleman, as we did get 1 lap in, 13 down, 17 to go. Plus mini-stocks that come out every Saturday night, and right now you're 18th in the points halfway through the season, tonight's mid-season championship night of racing. Hopefully you'll be able to make your way back up there and get in the top 15 before the end of the year.
That's my goal. 3 years, I've raced 3 years prior to this. I finished 17th, 21st, and 18th. And my goal is to get in the top 15, get as close to the top 10 as I can. Just work my hardest and do the best I can.
Who's some of the fine sponsors besides all the friends that you've got in AW Racing on that number 5 Mini-Stock?
I got Victory by Design Chassis, Forest River, Plant 45, that's the plant that I work at, and AWA, the AWA crew.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a great job, and I know that you guys are out here every Saturday having fun and racing your heart out, and we wish you the best of luck in tonight's Mini-Stock competition, Lee.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Comments earlier today from Leap and Lee Atkins, who will be driving in our Mini-Stock B feature coming up a little later on, as we went back to green flag racing. And, oh my gosh, we got a caution going on. We've got like about a 6-car pileup down here after the green flag racing. We got a couple of laps in, but we've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 6 cars piled up down here in the main straightaway as they come out of turn 4. We're under red flag conditions. Red flag conditions now here at the new Paris Speedway as the track safety truck and Bristol Fire Department rolls out there to see the conditions of the drivers. Some of them getting out of their cars. Looks like 96 Andy Kindig was involved. Maybe the 64 of Don Vitale. 24 bumping Bob Huffman around in the wrong direction down there. 6 or 7 car pileup here in the main straightaway. So while we sort this one out and find out the conditions of the drivers and the conditions of the cars, we're under red flag conditions with 15 in and 15 to go in this Dayton-Daytona Mini-Stock Mid-Season Championship feature. We're going to take this brief time out on your home for Saturday night racing for the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Number 1, Craig Castle is our leader in the Brimtown Kitchen, sponsored number 1 from Bremen. The Sweet Corn Express of Jameson Corn running there in second. Out of Leesburg. Sponsored by the Landmark Bar and Grill here at New Paris, Jameson Corn in car number 8. Then the Victory by Design Chassis sponsored 83 points leader. The stickman Tim Barrick there in third. Keep your eye on the front 3 as they bring him up to speed next time by. Craig Castle in the number 1 in his first year of racing in the Mini-Stocks brings him out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike Powers turns the booster off and racing for 15 more laps. Number 1, Craig Castle in front of Jameson Corn and 83 Tim Barry. Craig Castle doing a good job to stay up in front with 16 down. Number 6, Dave Coleman heads for the pit area. With 14 laps to go, Dave Coleman has dropped out, will not be able to finish tonight's Mini-Stock 30-lap feature. Number 8, Jameson Corn running second. 83 Tim Barrick, single file as they go through turns 1 and 2. Craig Castle doing a great job up front, setting the pace. 05 Ben McCullum right back there in 4th. 26 Dave Engelmeyer's in 5th. As they complete lap 18 this time by, they got 12 more to go. Tim Barrick trying to figure out some way to get around the number 8 of Jameson Corn. Corn's holding him at bay. 19 down and 11 more to go this time around. Bumping Bob Huffman, number 24, now dropping out on lap number 20. 20 down, 10 to go. Craig Castle, car number 1, staying out in front. With 10 to go, Craig Castle, of course, had a pretty good qualifying time. He qualified second quickest on the day, so number 1, Craig Castle, going to be kind of hard to pass. With 21 down and 9 to go, number 8, Jameson Corn looks to the inside. Tim Barrick now on the high side, trying to get around the Sweet Corn Express. Tim Barrick, our points leader, still in third by a half a car length behind the outside of the 8 of Jameson Corn. 22 down and 8 to go as they battle it out. These 3 cars battling it out for the feature win tonight. Craig Castle would love to pick up his first feature win in 2006. He was second quickest on the day in qualifying, and he's staying out in front. 23 down and 7 to go for Craig Castle, a rookie driver in our Daytona Mini-Stocks. He's got 7 laps to go if he can hang on. Number 8, Jameson Corn right behind him. 83, Tim Barrick right there as well. Single file in the front 3 coming out of turn 4 to complete lap 24. They're going to have 6 more left. Number 1, Craig Castle trying to hang on for his first feature win in 2006 if he can do it for another 5.5 laps. They're working around some of the slower traffic. 25 down, 5 to go for number 1, Craig Castle, 8, Jameson Corn, and 83, Tim Barrick. As they head into turns 1 and 2, Craig Castle works the outside groove, puts the 88 of Jim Newman down a lap. Our leader is the number 1 of Craig Castle, brings him around for lap 26. He's got 4 more to go to hang on to his first feature win in 2006. It'll be a big one if he hangs on. Number 8, Jameson Corn running second. Tim Barrick in the 83 still in third. 27 down and 3 to go for the front 3 as they come around through the main straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. They put the 96 of Andy Kindig down a lap. And the front 3 all by themselves now. As they work through turns 3 and 4, they'll have 28 in and 2 more to go to settle this one, and Craig Castle staying out in front. Jameson Corn trying to make a run on him. Not going to happen. He's the second fastest qualifier today. Craig Castle with a pretty hot number 1. He gets the white flag. He's got 1 more to go. The Brimtown Kitchen sponsored number 1 of Craig Castle trying to hang on for 1 more lap. Number 8, Jameson Corn running second. 83, Tim Barrick there in third. Checkered flag will wave this time for the number 1 of Craig Castle. He wins his first featured in 2006 in our Dayton Daytona Mini-Stocks. The rookie brings 1 home tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. 1, 8, and 83. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Tim Barrick finishes third. The number 8, Jameson Corn, finished second. The rookie driver in the Mini-Stocks in his first year picks up a big feature win tonight as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Everybody puts their hands together for the rookie in number 1 Mini-Stock. That's Craig Castle. Craig Castle picking up tonight